Your car finance claim is delayed. You thought compensation might be coming. Then a claims firm, a law firm, or an advert says they can help. And before you know it, you're being asked to sign something. Stop there. Not because every claims firm is bad. Not because you should never use one. But because one sentence in that agreement could decide how much of any compensation you actually keep. And it might be more than 30%. So, before you sign with a claims firm, check these 5 things. The last one is the one people usually miss. The car finance compensation scheme has hit a delay. The FCA says the scheme has been legally challenged. That means payouts that were expected to begin this year are now less certain on timing. For ordinary people, that creates a horrible gap. You might think you have a claim. You might have already complained. You might be waiting for your lender. But because everything feels delayed, it's very easy to click the first advert that says, "We can handle this for you." That is where it gets risky, because delay creates pressure. And pressure is when people sign things they have not fully checked. Here's the important part. The delay does not mean you have to sign with a claims firm. The FCA says the best step, if you are concerned, is to complain directly to your lender. That route is free. You do not need to use a law firm or a claims management company just to take part. That doesn't mean nobody should ever use one. Some people may want help. Some people may not want to deal with it themselves. But the key question is not, can this firm help me? The key question is, what am I signing away and what will it cost me? This is why you might be seeing more adverts, texts, emails, or posts about car finance claims. There is a huge number of potential complaints. A lot of people are confused. The scheme is delayed, and when people are confused, some firms know that there's a chance to get them signed up quickly. Again, that doesn't make every firm bad, but it does mean that you should not treat a quick online form as harmless inquiry. Sometimes clicking through a few screens can mean you have agreed to fees. Sometimes you may not remember signing up at all. So, before you enter your details, before you tick boxes, and definitely before you sign, check what you're actually agreeing to. First, check the fee, not the headline, not the advert, the actual agreement. Look for words like success fee, deduction, percentage, VAT, administration fee, termination fee, cancellation fee. The FCA says law firms or claims management companies may charge over 30% of any compensation. So ask a simple question. If I receive compensation, how much would I actually keep after all fees? Don't just look for one number. Check if VAT is added. Check if there are extra charges. Check if the fee changes depending on when you cancel. And check whether the fee applies even if the firm only does a small amount of work. A useful service should be able to explain its fee clearly. If you cannot work out the cost in plain English, then it's not a small detail. That's the main detail. Second, check how you leave. This is where people get caught. They sign up because it feels easy, then later they realise they could have complained directly, or they find another firm, or they just change their mind. Then they ask to cancel and suddenly there's an exit fee. So before signing, check, can I cancel? Is there a cooling off period? Will I be charged if no compensation has been paid yet? How is any cancellation fee calculated? What work would the firm say it has done already? If there is a fee, check how it's calculated and what work it's meant to cover. So if the agreement uses vague phrases like case progression or file review, you want to know exactly what that means. Do not wait until you're trying to leave to find the exit. Find it before you enter. Third, check what you're authorising. This part sounds boring, but it's not. When you sign with a claims firm or a law firm, you may be giving them permission to contact your lender, handle your complaint, receive updates, or act as your representative. So, check exactly what powers you are giving them. Are they only checking eligibility, or are they submitting a complaint? Are they allowed to contact the lender in your name? Are they allowed to accept information on your behalf? Are they allowed to pass your details to another company? Are you agreeing to a marketing contract? Are you agreeing to legal action? Do not assume a quick form is just a quick form, and do not assume that check your claim means no commitment. The safest habit is simple. Before you tick the box, read the box. Fourth, check whether you have already signed with someone else. This is the one people miss. Maybe you filled out a form months ago, maybe you clicked an advert, maybe you spoke to a different company, Maybe you thought you were only asking a question. Now another firm wants you to sign as well. That can create a mess. The FCA has warned about multiple representatives. If more than one firm says it represents you, your lender may not know who to deal with. Your complaint could be delayed, and in the worst case, more than one firm may try to claim a fee. So before signing anything new, search your email, search your text, search your screenshots. Look for words like car finance, PCP, compensation, claim, agreement, authority, solicitor, claims management, success fee. If you find another firm, do not ignore it. Work out whether you've already signed up before you sign again. Fifth, check what the firm is actually doing for the money. This is not about being rude, it's about value. If a firm may take a large percentage, you should know what service you are getting. Are they finding your lender? Are they writing the complaint? Are they gathering documents? Are they chasing responses? Are they taking the case to the ombudsman? Are they giving legal advice? Are they using another company behind the scenes? Or are they mainly submitting information you could have submitted directly for free? This answer may matter, because a high fee feels different if the firm is doing complex work, but it feels very different if the work is mostly sending a standard complaint. So ask, what exactly will you do? What do I still have to do myself? When will you update me? How will I see what has been sent? And what happens if the lender contacts me directly? If the answer is vague, pause. Now, here is the route many people do not realise exists. You may be able to complain directly to your lender for free. The FCA has information on how to do this, including lender contact details. If you already complained and your lender acknowledged it, you may not need to do anything else right now. If you have not complained, the official route is worth checking before you sign with anyone who charges a fee. That does not mean the direct route is perfect. It may still involve waiting. You may still need to find your lender. You may still need to keep records. But free is the baseline. So if someone is asking for over 30%, the question is, what are they doing that makes that worth it for me? Before you sign with a claims firm or a law firm, run this checklist. 1. What exact percentage fee will they charge? 2. Is VAT included or added on top? 3. Can you cancel, and what would it cost? 4. What are you authorising them to do in your name? 5. Have you already signed with another firm? 6. What work are they actually doing for the fee? 7. Could you complain directly to your lender for free instead? And 8. Do you understand the agreement well enough that you could explain it to someone else? If the answer is no, pause before signing. Not forever, just long enough to check the small print, because the risk is not only whether you get compensation, the risk is signing away a large chunk of it before you know exactly what you are agreeing to. This is before you sign UK. We check the small print in claims, contracts, scams, and money decisions before ordinary people commit.